The most fascinating thing about the time that we are living now in the department is that we are at a juncture in which the Secretary is really pushing the reform agenda. And we've had 10 years of No Child Left Behind, which the consensus is that it has done a lot of good for English learners. It put the spotlight on the groups that were not performing, and that's been a very, very positive thing. But now we have to move to the next step, and what's happening right now is that there's a lot of reform initiatives, and what we are doing in OELA is making sure that the English learners are part of the reform from the beginning, not as an afterthought. So I spend a lot of time working with other offices, for instance, with the Race to the Top office, with the Office of Innovation and Improvement, with the Office of Elementary and Secondary Education, with the Office of Special Education. So we are like spreading our fingers into these other areas and being welcomed, so that when they are making decisions, they take into account, okay, how do this subpopulation fit into what we're trying to do here? In particular, we have very, very focused attention. We're putting focused attention in several areas. One area is early learning. Starting early is very important for all children, and English learners are no different. So the department is putting a lot more attention to that, and that is a critical area for English learners, to make sure that they start on the right foot and that they're included in that initiative. So we're doing several activities in that area. We're also looking at the area of special education, and we have already done some collaborative work in that area, bringing practitioners and researchers, but it's an area that needs a lot more attention because it's very difficult for the classroom teacher to make judgments as to whether the difficulties that a child is having are dealing with language development or with learning difficulties. So it's an area that needs a lot of attention. The other area that we're also very interested in is in the area of STEM, but in particular with the data that the Office of Civil Rights is collecting. We're really very interested in looking at access to high-level courses and completion of high-level courses. We want to see if the reason why English learners are not performing in this area is because of lack of access to certain courses or in some schools. So we're collaborating with the Office of Civil Rights, also taking a closer look at that. So those are some of the things that are keeping me busy.